ArsenalFanTV. What did you make of it today? First of all, the refereeing decision.
To be honest, I never saw the handball, so I can't really comment on it. But the fact that the West Brom players weren't even claiming for it, that just suggests that it was a handball in the first place. But I think coming into the game, right, we should have known that West Brom sit back, they sit deep, and even at home they rely on set pieces and corners.
Every team we play against
not every
sits
single
deep,
team.
more or less, when we go away from home. So they should know that for every team. But we just don't seem to have the answers to break these teams down.
And I don't know why people are on Alexis Sanchez's back. This guy, he's our joint top scorer now. And if we lose him and Ozil, we're gonna miss them big time, because who's gonna replace them? Iwobi was terrible today, in my opinion. I thought he never did anything. Sanchez, right? If we sell him, we'll get what, 35 million for him.
I don't know where people are.
Right?
I don't think if we sold Alexis Sanchez right now, he's 6 months left on his contract. Why would anyone pay £35 million for him? You can wait and get him for nothing.
Yeah, so even if they pay less, right, you get 40 million for entering the Champions League. And I think Alexis Sanchez is vital if we're going to win Europa League and get into Champions League.
So City come along, in which they might do now. Now that, Jesus is out, De Bruyne could be out.
Yeah.
If they come along, in this month, the month of January, and they offer 30 million, you still wouldn't sell.
No chance, because
you might then have a player that's very unhappy that this is twice now that we've forced him to stay.
Right, so Alexis Sanchez may be unhappy, but in any workplace there might be unhappy employees, but as long as they're doing their job and as long as they're doing it on the pitch, which he's starting to pick up again now. I know it's not as good as last season, but he comes out with...
Then does that create the right amount of spirit and harmony in the dressing room as well?
No, but he comes out with decisive moments. Look at Spurs game, he scored. And I think this game showed why Ozil was such a big miss. Have you realised, right, every time, right, he just comes out with an injury out of nowhere when he doesn't feel like playing. And I think he might be leaving as well. But I think, do you know when Ozil plays, Sanchez doesn't have to come deep. When Ozil doesn't play, I don't think Sanchez trusts any of the midfielders, and if you realise, he comes really deep, whereas when Ozil plays, he plays higher up. And look at the games against Palace, even Spurs, and that's when he excels, when he plays higher up the pitch. I think he plays well with Lacazette. Just one thing I want to say before I go is I was reading about something recently about the new scout that we've got, right? And one thing that I picked up on, and it said something like, in the meeting room, he was addressing his new scouts, right? So that's the thing that gives me hope in summer, that we're planning for life without Wenger.
Well, let's see. Hold on, wait a minute. I want to see what these scouts are up to right now. It's January, right? This team needs refreshing. Let's see what they're up to. Yeah, like that guy just said there. What about Mahrez or somebody like that? Let's see what these scouts are like now. They've got a chance now to show us if they've got any use.
Personally, I don't think we'll do much in January. I think we'll have to wait until summer to see what he's capable of. But I think the fact that he's got these new scouts rather than the old ones, because if he was just talking to the existing scouts, right, then that just suggests we're just talking similar again and we're not moving forward. If we're bringing in new contacts, then we've got a wider range of scouting techniques, but I don't think we'll see the fruits in January. We'll have to wait until summer.